Hey, assalamu alaikum everybody. So I just recorded this and it stopped in the middle and then I had to delete older events and I accidentally, I forgot how to pronounce that. Deleted it. So I'm starting anew and I also deleted it on my phone here, I think. So I'm sorry if I forget some things. Uh, Basically, yeah, alhamdulillah, I'm feeling much better. It's not really the 29th of October. It's the 2nd of November, but I have three events to do. I mean, three posts to do, so I'm just doing that. Um, yeah, I feel better. I just have a bit of a sore throat, and it's very slight. I just cough every once in a while, and still a lot of congestion. But alhamdulillah, I'm feeling much better, and I'm happy about it. I was able to get a lot of studying done, but I have a lot more to do this week. This isn't my first trip across the Bosphorus. I had to cross it to come from the airport to Üsküdar, which is where I'm living. Üsküdar. My pronunciation sucks. Please forgive me. And I also crossed it to go to Beşiktaş once to meet some people from Boğaziçi University, which is supposed to be the top university in Turkey, and everything's taught in English. I've met quite a few people from there. Maybe most of the people I know are from there. I don't know, but they're very smart people. They're very intelligent people. I enjoy their presence. So this was my first trip as a sort of touristy outing. I went to Sultan Ahmet. One of my friends took me. It's a very touristy place, but it's really famous. Like for example, when we sat down to drink some chai or tea, we paid 2 liras per cup. Now, in a place close by at a restaurant, I chilled there for about a few hours just talking with a friend, and all we bought was like 1 or 2 bottles of water. They only charged us for the water. They said tea's free. It's free there. So you can imagine, everything was more expensive. It was great to see some of the works of Mimar Sinan Hoja. He's the great architect of the Ottoman governance. He's Turkey's pride, and he carefully planned every single square centimeter of all his the masjids that he designed, and he was given so much money to do so. I mean, they're massive. I've been to masjids that have much bigger places to pray. Now, these places to pray weren't that big, I admit. Seriously, I mean, it's a little surprising. It's like you see this huge thing, you come inside, it's very small, but they're just massive inside. Some pillars were larger than my whole apartment building, and I exaggerate now. I mean, just huge, huge structures. So my friend would tell me how, he would be seen with a water pipe in the middle of the masjid going. Someone would come in and say, "Hey, what are you doing? Why are you smoking in the masjid?" And he'd say, there was no smoke there. He was just bubbling the water to see if the echo would be right, because they didn't have microphones. So he carefully designed it so that sound would flow in a certain way. And even my friend told me, look up at the domes. There are little holes, and they have these pots that they put upside down, so that the echo wouldn't prolong itself. It kind of go in there and end at a certain amount of time. Even the niche or the niche where the imam or person leading the prayer would pray has these little markings, and the reason for that is for sound. It's just fascinating. Breathtaking structures, but a lot of them, like Topkapı Sarayı, which is the Topkapı Palace, Ana Sofia, the Blue Mosque. Again, I'm sorry, I have terrible pronunciation. Now, these are all places that my friend told me would take you. I mean, you need a whole day from morning till evening to visit them. So I didn't even bother. I just went to Sultan Ahmed and a few other places. After one prayer in Sultan Ahmed, it was a midday prayer, either Dhuhr or Asr, but they have different names here. That's another issue. I sat next to this beautiful, I was in the first row, so I sat next to this beautiful old wooden door, and you have the backs of shells, so it's all shiny, centuries old, and you have this metal in front. It's like a frame. The air's coming in. It's sunny, and this cool breeze is coming in against my face as I'm there in front of this lush, just grass and trees, and the sea is right there in the distance. I was just sitting there sort of meditating and, you know, basically saying, wow, trying to take it all in, because all this stuff that I had studied about in my classes, that I had read about in books, that I had listened to in various lectures, was right here in front of me now. I was walking on ground that was walked on by great scientists and scholars and philosophers and jurists and nation builders. I mean, you know, very very big stuff there. And so I was just trying to take it all in. We then went to Istanbul University, where this was the official university where a government official from the AK Partisi, which is the, oh my god, it escapes me at the moment. I have it memorized, but I'll just keep going. Uh, this party basically, he said that people can enter it while wearing headscarves, which were before banned, sort of de facto, but it's a complicated issue. I'm still trying to understand it myself. So my friend said, "Hey, let's test it out." And he was walking in with long flowing clothes and a turban, and he even put it on like a sort of scarf there. And unfortunately, we came like about 5 minutes before closing time for visitors, which was at 2:55 p.m. So, but they let us in just to go a little bit, just to see. I took a few pictures, and I took some pictures from outside. By the way, all the pictures will be posted in a link in the more info page in case you're interested. So that was interesting. Um, then we went to the Grand Pazar, or the covered bazaar. It's called Kapalı Çarşı. Kapalı Çarşı. Kapalı Çarşı, I think. It was very modern inside. It was just like jewelry stores. I mean, just like brand new stores. It wasn't anything old. The top was newly painted, which it looked nice, but basically after like 5 feet, it's the same thing over and over and over and over again. It's like in cartoons when characters walk, it's the same background. It compares, it has no comparison to Su al-Hamidiyya in Damascus, which is just beautiful. And the doors there are very old. They're from Ottoman times. So basically overrated. I don't suggest you go there, maybe just for a second. But I was just there for like 5 minutes. Then I went to the Spice Bazaar. In Ottoman, in Turkish, it's called Mısır Çar Çarşısı, I think. That means Mısır means Egypt, so it's the Egyptian bazaar, which is an interesting. I mean, that has to do with culture and history. Why is it called that? But I'm running out of time. So it smelled amazing. It was just very cool. I took some pictures from there, especially some Turkish delights. There's so many different kinds. Oh my god, I want to try them all. And every day, every few days, I'll say I just go outside to one of the sweets stores and just try something new. Ice cream here is very expensive, but I hear it's good. So one day I'll get the top ice cream in Istanbul, the best one. It will be expensive, yeah, but it's worth it to try it for once. But until then, I'm just trying these little sweets here and there, and they're delicious. Things were more expensive there, so I didn't buy anything. It was just to smell and just to see it. Even exchange rates. I saw a lot of beautiful, beautiful pottery. I really enjoyed it. I mean, it's very, very cool stuff. Now, I'm staying for a long time. I don't want wait, but if I were just going there as a tourist, I would definitely buy some stuff. It was really, really nice. And I saw a lot of animals in funny places. Again, it's that theme of, uh, you know, them being treated differently here. It's much different than Egypt. I put some pictures online in my Flickr, but there were two that I couldn't take, and one was right when I woke up in the morning. I went downstairs and I passed by one of the stores on my street here in Üsküdar, and this cat was just laying a sort of on its side, just licking itself on some fans or something, and people were there like looking at prices, and it was just normal. And another one was when I was on the European side. I think they're much more expensive there in general. So I just bought like one thing, food. This one guy was walking by me, and on his hat there was this little kitten that was sleeping. And I just wish I would have pulled out my camera and taken a picture of it. Excuse me, because it was so cute. But yeah, just very interesting. Now this Friday I'm going on another little trip, so hopefully I'm better by then, and I can just check out some more things. I'm here for a year or two, so I'll just take my time. And I calculated if I visit a new masjid every single day for a year, I would never visit all of them. Even if I visited 3 every day for a year. Yes, there are that many. So take care, and I'll post the next one in a little bit. Salam alaikum.